Welcome to Going for Two. Decided to change it up. I'm Ian Nickel, along with Parker Terrell. Parker, did you have a good 4th of July, man?
I did. Thank you for asking. 250 years. We had multiple different celebrations in Oklahoma. I know people are listening from all over, but in Oklahoma, there was stormy weather the
Mhm.
actual day of the 4th. And so we got to see fireworks and lightning strikes and rain and all kinds of stuff. But I had a good one. What about you?
Yeah, it was good. It was good. Yeah, it rained on me a little bit, but wasn't too bad. I had a good 4th.
Mm.
Had a good time, yeah.
Yeah, tough weekend though for the three host nations.
Oh,
Tough 4th of July weekend, as Canada, Mexico, and then the United States on Monday get bounced out of the World Cup that they're hosting. That kind of segues right into, yeah, let's talk about the U.S. United States loses 4-1 to Belgium after a crazy weekend where Balogun, which last week, the reason that we didn't, I had an impassioned plea in last week's podcast about Balogun and about embracing Pepe, and it was going to get posted to socials as a clip. And then Balogun got his suspension suspended, and all of a sudden he's playing, and the world turned upside down. The U.S. fans were happy, but it does turn out that FIFA is corrupt, and like everybody in the world suspects, and some calls were made from the White House, and his suspension got suspended.
you were
Belgium was given a pity appeal, and I don't even think it was heard in time. But it didn't matter because the U.S. get absolutely washed 4-1 in Seattle, and once again we are out in the round of 16.
Yeah, and you were joking like I think Donald Trump made the call. And then it turns out he actually did. And you know it's bad when Sepp Blatter, who I believe went to prison
Yep,
because he
yep,
made
he did.
FIFA so corrupt, spoke out against the move. It was like pot met kettle, kind
Hmm.
of wild. But
It's
what I think we failed to realize was that maybe that him getting unsuspended may have fired up Belgium a little too much. Maybe it was a little bit of a distraction.
Yeah, and who knows if he was practicing like he was going to start. I think that news came out Sunday, and so the game was Monday. Uh, Either way, we could have had 20 Balligans, and we weren't beating Belgium Monday. Um, that's as flat as the U.S. team has looked in a long time, especially under Coach Poach. He just looked flabbergasted. Kicking, did you see him kick the water bottles? That was after the second goal. So Belgium starts off 4 minutes in, they score. Then Tillman, hero ball Tillman, hits another beautiful free kick. Belgium goes right down and scores 61 seconds later. They end up scoring again in the second half, and then Lukaku got a garbage time goal and definitely danced all over the U.S. in that. So if you want to think, the Belgians were fired up for that game for sure. And what did we say before this tournament started? But the U.S.'s back line is sus. And our captain, Tim Ream, got the, if you want to go basketball equivalent, he got poster dunked on twice in the back end. And so it's really, really frustrating if you're a U.S. soccer fan. It's cool that the country embraced them, this team, during this World Cup. And it was cool to have like some belief, kind of coursing through that American exceptionalism, kind of coursing through your blood a little bit in soccer for one of the first times. But at the end of the day, like we're ranked, I think, 15th in the world. There is a huge gap between 16 through 9 and 8 through 1. And Belgium is number 8 in the world, and we're just not on their level. We're just not. I mean, that Trossard guy who's like 5'0" made us look silly. That's like Arsenal's backup left back. Now, he's a good player. He comes in for Arsenal. He's kind of like a microwave guy. Comes off the bench specifically just to score. Trossard.
See,
But
is he
they didn't even
the Jamal
start
Crawford of the Premier League?
one of
Is that the
them.
best way to describe him, Jamal Crawford?
Yeah, yeah. He's a player like that, kind of a sixth man, 12th man, if you will.
Mm.
They didn't even start De Bruyne, their best player, really.
The,
Uh, like they played him in the second half, and so Belgium, they were not scared of us, and they came out and kicked our tail, and it was tough.
yeah, absolutely tough. Here's what happened. I watched the first 10 minutes. I saw Belgium scored. I went and did something else. The USA scored. I flipped the game back on. Belgium then scored again. I turned the game off. Like it was, I was like, there's no. I was like, after the second goal, I was like, I don't think they're gonna win
Same
this.
guy. He has a hard name to say, but their striker, he had those first two goals, both
Yeah,
on Tim Ream. Then the third goal came in one of the ultimate snafus, probably the biggest, like not top 10 play of the whole entire World Cup, where our goalie takes the ball out and goes to kick it and clear it, and Young Ho Koo slips, and the ball falls right to a Belgium defender who just kicks it into the open net to go
brutal,
3-1.
brutal. And that was a dag right there. And then they danced on the grave. Uh, I think we said like if the U.S. made the round of 16, we'd be okay with it. That being said, how do you feel about now? I'm not like egregiously mad, but I'm also not
Yeah,
the biggest
it would have
soccer
been.
fan.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been a disappointment if we would have lost to Bosnia because we were a better team than them.
Absolutely.
Really, I think the most disappointing thing is not necessarily like, and we'll talk about Mexico here in a second, but it's just how we lost. I mean, we just got dominated. That's one of the in a tournament that has not seen a lot of blowouts. I mean, yes, there have been some. I know Germany won 7-1, like early in the group stage, stuff like that. But generally, there's a lot of the games have been pretty close. And I mean, that was one of the beat downs, maybe the biggest beat down of the round of 16. I think it will go down because as of right now, Colombia and Switzerland are finishing up. They were 0-0 when I looked last. So there
Yeah,
hasn't been any real blowouts in the round of 16 except for that game, and that's frustrating. Even like Paraguay instituted a bad boys Detroit Pistons approach to try to beat France, and they were just like forcing the referees to basically say, "Okay, just call a foul every single play." And you could have took that approach. But other than that, like even Canada and Morocco, like that game um, was closer than maybe it should have been. It just stinks that it was a blowout like that, and it's in front of. I mean, you couldn't have teed it up any better. You've got you're in Seattle, which is the craziest uh, stadium for the U.S. If you want to say that that's our Azteca, you can say that. It's not, but similar. And Belgium was just the better team in literally every facet. If not for another Tillman wonder strike from free kicks, it would have been 4-0.
yeah. And sadly, Tim Howard ain't walking through that door because you needed a Tim Howard like performance.
And I've got bad news. Like, this is the best team the US has. Like, maybe there's some 16-year-old that I don't know about. There definitely is. Young guys that I don't know about for 20. I'm talking about looking ahead like 2030.
Hmm.
There's going to be some of these guys still available. Balogun, Pulisic, and we could talk about him specifically here too. Um, Weston McKennie, Tyler Adams, like those guys will be in their early 30s. So, I mean, that's still your prime, I would say. But Sir Dest and Ream were just flat out bad. And that can imagine genuinely think about trotting out Tim Ream versus Mbappe versus Haaland versus Harry Kane versus Messi.
versus Spain. Like it would have been a
Like Haaland
disaster.
would have had 9 goals, like
Yeah.
legit.
Tim Ream also turns out used to wet the bed a lot.
Till he was
I don't know if
11,
you saw
tough.
that. So he was 11. That's tough.
1 in 5 kids.
One in one in five kids, and he wet the bed on Monday. Speaking of
I
horrible things, you
He
see
was
that
a great
Paraguay
representative.
senator?
No.
Yeah, no. So this Paraguay senator was like super racist toward Mbappe.
Oh no.
Let me find. Maybe I shouldn't find the. I'm gonna find the quote. She like made a tweet calling
Paraguay has
Mbappe like
senators?
a horrible person, and then she like doubled down. She's like, "I'm sorry, but I'm not that sorry." So I gotta let me find it real quick.
And I don't want to dunk all over Tim Ream. Um, he's not a scapegoat for that game. Everybody played bad. Oh, also
Yeah, no, it was a good
Tillman will
game.
be around. Tillman will be around 2030 as well. But that's just, I mean, he's your captain, and he's like a weak link out there. And honestly, he was a weak link 4 years ago. Uh,
Mhm.
he's a good MLS player. That's what he is. And that's just not going to cut it against the best of the best in Europe. And if we're going to be the best of the best, we got to have guys that are better than Tim Ream. He was an incredible representative for our country. He was a good captain, but that's just not going to cut it on the pitch. Now, let's talk about Pulisic. Get subbed off halftime for a bruise in his leg. I mean, this is supposed to be our guy, and he had a genuinely bad tournament aside from the first half against Paraguay, where he got hurt and then had to get subbed off. He looked great in that first half. Other than that, and maybe it's the injury that he suffered, but he was just genuinely bad. And a lot of people are trying to point out like how apathetic he looked. I'm not going to subscribe to that. Everybody responds differently in the moment. You know, Virgil van Dijk is not a super expressive dude. Like he's pretty stoic. So, but nobody's saying that he doesn't care for the Netherlands. But I do just think it was a really bad showing for a guy that was supposed to be our best player. And after the game, he was kind of like, "Now I can just go home and rest." That's not what people want to hear either. He said Pochettino said some good stuff about how he's disappointed. That's not how they wanted to go out, but it just seemed like a team that was like, we knew that we weren't as good and we got whipped. And
Yeah.
that's kind of sad to Bel. I mean, it's not like they played Spain. Also, 2014 US team that took the Belgium golden generation. We're talking Lukaku in his prime, De Bruyne in his prime, Eden Hazard in his prime, um, Courtois in his prime, which he's still there. He's their goalie still. But we took them to 120 minutes and we just lost 2-1. So you're telling me that 8 years later, no, 12 years
12 years
later,
later.
uh, where those guys are gone, except for De Bruyne and Lukaku only plays at the last like 10 minutes, that they're that much better than us. It's just sad. It's just frustrating. Um, but we've got to be better. I don't know of anybody that's coming down the pipeline. I don't know.
Well, and also I think when you look at it from kind of a long-term thing, we look at England, we look at Spain, we look at like the powerhouses. They all have like these organizations or
Yeah,
these like clubs where they got like they're feeding the talent. And it also helps that soccer's the number one sport there. In America, I mean, soccer is what, three,
sixth.
four, sixth? Yeah. You
If
just
you
don't have
want to,
kids wanting to play
if
it.
you count like Olympic sports as one thing, which I understand soccer is technically an Olympic sport, but I would say probably the major four. Then, if people are in the Olympics, then soccer.
I mean, I'm just thinking football, basketball, baseball.
And I would say hockey. America's hockey youth system is great.
Yeah, we're a hockey country now. So yeah, fifth.
Well, that's what some people were pointing out. Like, we need to model our soccer youth academy stuff after what U.S. hockey is doing because they have grown leaps and bounds to where now they're the best in the world with teams with countries that hockey is their number one sport. So, like, don't tell me that we couldn't do it.
Yeah, I think I
There's
mean,
all this
it could be
stuff has been
done.
pointed out online, like how much money it costs to be involved with U.S. soccer, and like it costs thousands and thousands of dollars, and all these other countries, it's like free. I,
Yeah, you
I,
got to make it cheaper. Like
I
there's
don't, I
no
don't, I don't know. I'm not in that world, but
Mhm.
I mean, yes, we're never going to be Brazil or even like Argentina, to where if you're every single kid on the block
Mhm.
is like, this is their way out. If you're good at soccer, this is your way out of being poor. And so it's like your whole family's life is
Mhm.
staked on your ability. And it's not like that. Thank goodness we live in a country that it's not like that. But England invented soccer, and so they have this culture that we'll never have. But I say, look at these Middle Eastern countries that have come up out of nowhere. Egypt, Saudi Arabia, Morocco. They went out and found guys that had barely Moroccan descent or whatever, and they put them on their team. We kind of did that with a couple guys like Tillman, like Balogun. Just keep doing that. US is the biggest country in the world. You're telling me that there's not some ties to some people out there?
Yeah, I mean
It
like
like
it
we can
could
find guys.
yeah. And like I don't know if we'll ever win the World Cup. It'd be nice to make it to the
Only
semifinals,
eight
you know?
countries have ever won the World Cup. It's
Yeah.
incredibly difficult.
It's tough. You just want to see him be more competitive, you
It's an
know?
absolute meat grinder. I mean, look at what
Mhm.
France has to go through. If France is going to win, they had to go through Paraguay, who were trying to take their heads off. Now they got to go through Spain,
Morocco first.
Morocco. Then it would be Spain or Belgium. And then they got to face whoever's on the other side: Argentina, England, Norway, Colombia, or Switzerland. Like
That
that's a
game's still going on, by the way. It is 100 minutes into extra time or 10 minutes into
still
extra
zero
time.
zero.
Still no, no, yeah.
So say you're France, you faced Paraguay, you faced Morocco, who's Africa's best team. You take on Spain or Belgium, probably Spain, the co-favorites to win, and then
Hmm.
you got to face Norway and the Vikings, England or Argentina or one of Colombia or Switzerland. That's a murderer's row. The U.S. would not have been able to make that run.
Yeah,
They just
no.
wouldn't have.
Even if they beat Belgium, they would have lost to Spain, and it would have been like
It would have been like
big.
5-0.
It would have been really ugly, and we would have been like, "Why do we do this?"
Yeah. Spain might beat France.
They very well could. It's definitely a 50-50 game. It's gonna be
And we might talk about that here at the end just because I'm not going to be on the podcast because I'll be traveling. So I'll probably give my predictions for the rest of it.
yeah.
But
No, we will run through that
in
for
sharp
sure.
contrast, I don't have much else to say about the U.S. It was a disappointing loss. It's not a disappointing result if you look at it from the outside. Yes, we made the round of 16, great again, but you lose to Belgium again, and this time it was a blowout. It's frustrating. This is your golden generation of guys. Pochettino had these guys playing well, and it just seemed like none of that carried into that game. On the sharp contrast, El Tri, Mexico, took on England after a lightning delay and put out until today's Argentina um, Egypt game was the best game of the tournament. And Mexico left their heart, their soul out on that field at El Azteca. But England, with a heroic performance, squeaks out a win.
Yeah, Jude Bellingham, the two goals in a minute and 38 seconds, that made all the difference there. Because Mexico eventually caught up enough, at least. They got the goal.
England goes down to 10 men with 30
Yeah,
minutes
which is
left.
huge. And then they get the shorthanded goal, and it's like, okay. There's plenty of opportunities. It was a great back and forth game. That Mexico team was impressive, man. I mean, I am bummed. I might say I think I'm more bummed about Mexico losing than the US because it felt like Mexico had a shot. US was like, I don't, probably not. But I can,
Mexico is a really good team, and they had not lost a game in Azteca since 2013. So again, I say that you got to give credit to England. I mean, that
yeah.
was an absolute hornet's nest to walk into, even through the rain, even through the delay. And they come out, punch Mexico square in the mouth twice with
Mhm.
Bellingham. And then you get a red card, a deserving red card, and they just held on. Tuchel at the hydration break brings on that 6'7" guy, Burns, Dan Burns, and he's just like, "We are parking this bus."
Yeah.
And
And they
and
parked the bus.
and they did, down a man. Um, and for your prize, you get to take on the Viking in Miami.
Which what a shocker that event was. And obviously, just real quick, shout out
Yep.
Ochoa. Thank you, Ochoa.
I go.
That was sad to see. He's crying, he's emotional. He gave it his all. They gave it their all.
They
And
did. They did. And England, it was going to take a gutsy performance like that to win, and they got it.
yeah. And honestly, like the equivalent of that is I think beating LSU in Death Valley
Pretty
with
much.
like that's as good as it gets. Like that's that environment going in there, which I guess we should clarify. That's like beating a Les Miles LSU team in the early
Yeah.
2010s. Does that sound
Yeah.
about right?
Yeah. And then you go down a man. I mean, the odds were stacked
Yeah.
against him for it at least, at the very least, to go to extra time.
Yeah.
And they're able to get that shorthanded goal and win it. Uh, just a great performance from England and Mexico as well. That's just one of those where it's like somebody had to lose.
hmm it was a great game. It was a great game
And
between two great teams.
yeah, I mean, we mentioned Norway, Brazil, five-time champion. Brazil gets bounced in the round of 16.
Yeah, 2-1. Would you say that was the most shocking result? Or would you, because I
No,
mean,
not if you
Argentina,
paid
Egypt.
attention, not if you paid attention to how Brazil played in the group stage, which that's not always an indicator. It's really not. Um, but sometimes it is. Now, Brazil also was without Rafinha, one of their best players. That should be
Mhm.
noted. But also, no pity is going to be given to Brazil, who has unlimited good players. Um, yeah,
It's
I mean,
it's
Haaland is
also
just he's Thanos right now. Like he's inevitable. If that ball
mhm.
gets to him in the box, it's going in the back of the net.
It was one of those things where you look at the like the resumes. It's like they Brazil went to the world or has gone to the quarterfinals like the last 5 years. Norway is looking to make their first appearance.
Hmm.
It felt like it felt like Alabama. I don't know why I'm just using college football. It was like not Brady. It was like Brady versus Rivers,
Mm,
where there's like a definite like this guy's never been here before
yeah,
versus the guy that's like always here.
I feel that. I like that comparison.
And it and Holland just he put pedal to the metal. I There's not much more you could say about that guy. And we also have just a
That first goal they scored was all world. curled it
Yeah.
in, back post, start the game off, and then Holland just um, gets his there in the second half. Yeah, I mean, this is not one of Brazil's best teams. Ancelotti, they bring him in, and he's done a pretty good job, and I think he'll stay on from what
Yeah.
the reports are. Uh, but they've got a lot to parse through in Brazil, their federation, which they will, they always will. But it's been a long time. 2002 is a long time
Yeah.
to go since they
It
won it last.
That Neymar goal was the most pitiful goal I'd ever seen. Tanner Spearman, who shout out, he
Uh,
called it like the equivalent of a sad field goal.
yeah, it is.
And it looked like the goalie didn't even try. He was just like, all right, like, yeah, get your last.
I don't know. They were like jawing each other before that, and then Neymar came up to him and was like, "I'm one."
Yeah, we're two. Guess what? You're going
Yeah.
home. Like,
Well, yeah,
weird time to trash talk there, buddy.
yeah. That's Neymar,
Yeah.
though. Uh, could be quick. The last thing I have to say about the World Cup is probably Ronaldo's last appearance, and that is the downfall of Portugal. Legitimately, if they just stuck with him, and they are better players than him, truly, but he like has this chokehold on Portugal,
Mhm.
and they kept playing him. He should not have. He should have been what Lukaku was to Belgium. Like bring him in at the hydration break, and it's just like go score if you can. But instead, they're playing him at 41 years old, like they would a regular striker, like the whole game, and he just did nothing. He's just out there to kick penalties. That's it. And
Ronaldo.
uh, shout out to Portugal's defense. They held on till the 91st minute. Then Spain was able to break through. But I really think that that was the downfall of Portugal. And if they would have had anybody out there except for Ronaldo to cross it into, then they may have had a better chance.
Yeah, well, and the tough thing is Spain is not allowed to go all tournament, and they don't look like they're going to for the time being. I mean, who knows? They take
I
on
don't know if
Belgium.
Belgium can score against them.
Yeah, it other than Mbappe and Messi right now and Holland, I don't know. Well,
Kane.
even then, maybe not Holland, because I don't know if the his cast can support him enough. And speaking of
Well,
Argentina,
yeah, it's
Egypt
Holland.
Falcons,
Yeah, tough.
unbelievable.
Tough loss for Egypt. They just ran out of gas. Just an obscene VAR turnover, like took away their goal, but then they came right back down and scored. So I guess that's equals out.
Yeah.
But they literally just ran out of gas. And Argentina had two wonder goals, one from Messi and one from I forget his name, number 24. Or no, three goals. Two of them were on like headers that are just world class. Like no goalie is stopping them. And then you had a Messi volley uh on a the ball trickled back out into the box and Messi just hammered it to the back of the net.
It was
Uh
Romero, Messi, and then Enzo Fernandez.
yeah. So that shows why Argentina's I mean we're the defending champs and we're not going to go down without a fight. I don't care if it's 2-0 with 10 minutes left to go. Uh we're going to keep fighting and they did and they come out with a win. Tough loss for Egypt, but again, they were just dead legged.
Yeah. None you can do there. Obviously, I guess just train better. Also, just don't play Messi. So,
Even without Messi, yes, it's an incredible luxury to have the best player of all time, but Argentina would be really good without him.
yeah, no, they would. They would.
I mean, they've got like four dudes who are kind of like Messi,
Shoot.
like 80% Messi, and that's amazing.
Yeah. No,
So
absolutely.
Argentina is really, really good. and they will give either Norway or England a game.
Yeah. Gotta get to Switzerland or Colombia. Still playing, by the way. Um,
Colombia, Argentina, scenes. That would be scenes.
in Kansas City too.
Those are two rivals right there.
That'll be fun if it happens. Switzerland, you get Tabo Sheffilofa, which I
Shout out.
just wanted to name Tabo. Shout out Tabo. Um,
I will pick. So
yeah,
I will
go ahead
say
and
we've got France, Morocco. I'm picking France. We've
hmm
got Spain, Belgium. I'm picking Spain. We've got
hmm
England, Norway. I'm picking England, and we got
hmm
Argentina, winner of Colombia, Switzerland. I'm picking Argentina. I'm going chalk.
Sounds about right. Yeah.
Then France, Spain. Genuinely have no idea. That's a 50-50. To me, like the Spain want uh France want revenge for the Euros 2 years ago. Um, to me, France is just better, but Spain also is so unbelievably good at controlling the ball that they could just be like, we're just keeping playing keep away, like we're just not going to let you have the ball. So that's going to be a real coaching matchup. Deshaun versus Luis Enrique, and if it's just a coin flip, I guess I'll go Mbappe and in France like 51-49. And then on the other side, I'm gonna say
I
it.
know you meant percent, but that's a lot of goals. Score 51 goals to 49.
Yeah, 51-49. That'd be huge. Uh,
Take the over. Take the
on
over.
the other side, man, I can 100% see England losing on pens.
Oh, yeah.
I can just see it.
I
That
can't see them losing
that
to Norway, man. Like,
no, I don't know about that. But Norway has no outside pressure. So if Saka and Gordon can just do anything, then they'll be able to get on the outside and start crossing that ball into Bellingham and Kane because Norway just has no outside. They're all in the middle. Norway. The plums are saying England loses on pins to Argentina. And then we've got Argentina France round 2 and I think France gets revenge.
I think you said that at the beginning of the World Cup.
It's the two best teams.
Yeah. No, I get that.
Spain is really really
I'm
good.
still leaning Spain. I'm still leaning Spain. The defense is top notch. They got a bunch of Lou Dorts out there. Um,
And Simon and goal, it's a brick wall.
top notch. Top notch.
Their thing
So,
is like they don't really have like a traditional striker. They have Oyarzábal and then they bring in Marino, but and then they have Danny Olmo too, kind of floating around. That's my only thing is Spain, but they make it work.
yeah, they make it work. They'll beat you 1-0. They'll play Big Ten football with you.
France though too, 1-0 against Paraguay when they're trying to take their heads off.
Yeah. Good effort by Paraguay. They tried.
I mean, they were like, we can't beat these guys straight up. Even if we park the bus, we can't beat them. So
Yeah.
we're just gonna beat them up and see what
Yeah.
happens. I
So,
just think I can just see all of England's heart breaking
oh,
on
yeah, it's gonna
on a
happen.
on
It's
a
gonna be the
pin.
worst way possible.
Like Bellingham misses.
He goes wide left. Oh, that's astonishing.
He puts it wide.
We should do that against Mexico, man. Jeez Louise.
Uh, so this World Cup, and we'll kind of debrief when I get back.
Hmm.
Uh, because I'll get back the week after it's all over. And we can debrief. But I think it's been a tremendous success, and I think truly, I mean, the top four FIFA teams have made it to the quarterfinals.
Yeah, that's all you could
So,
have asked for. I hope they come back in 2038.
and number 5 was Portugal. So,
Yeah, they had a heck of a run too. I mean, what are you gonna do, man? I mean,
tough to when Nuno Mendes got hurt. That was brutal for them. Nuno Mendes, probably the best right back in the world. He
Mm,
was shutting Yamal down, and then he gets hurt, and then after that, Yamal just did whatever he wanted.
yeah. No, yeah. So you want to talk Big 12 Media Day, and you want to talk about how the Big 12 is now
I
the
only
cool
saw
conference?
I only saw the monster deal and the Texas Tech bozo guy.
So
And Barry Trammell being like, "You were here day one." He's like, "I've been in a lot of day ones."
yeah, that was great. I actually haven't seen the full Texas Tech clip yet. Um, you want to do a live
He tried
reaction?
to equate. Oh, okay.
You want to do a live reaction?
Yeah.
It's like a 4 minute clip, I think, though. Hold on. Let me.
Put that puppy on 2X.
Can I do that on Twitter? I have no idea.
Hold down the right side.
Okay. All right. Hold on. Oh no, there's like a minute 18.
Texas Tech had got fined over tortillas, and tortillas were banned outright. OSU paddles broke an always maker rule, has a tradition exemption. Sorsby never played a snap for the Red Raiders. Big 12 sued them anyway, while Cincinnati hasn't been yet touched. You're selling greater than 12. Why should Texas Tech fans believe it?
Can you sit? Let me come closer to you. Stand up. Ask that question again, and I'm going to give you the answer I want to give you. So go ahead.
Texas Tech got fined for tortillas,
Why can't he
and
say it?
tortillas were banned outright.
It's so weird.
OSU has had paddles that were given a noisemaker exemption back in 2012. Sorsby never played a snap for the Red Raiders, and yet there is a lawsuit. Cincinnati has yet to be touched. You're selling greater than 12. Why should Texas Tech fans believe them?
No, I didn't say greater than 12. You misquoted me. I said we're going forward as 16 strong, and that's my answer to your question. But thank you for that question. Appreciate it.
Okay.
What a clown.
Uh,
Why couldn't he say tortilla?
that was so weird. I was like, tortilla, tortilla. What?
Tortilla.
So I think the one thing he has kind of an argument for is
Cincinnati.
why hasn't Cincinnati been
Yes.
punished?
He's right on that.
Which I think is an excellent point because I mean he was at Cincinnati, nothing happened.
I mean, yeah, and they're
I
both in
I
the same
I,
conference.
I think that needs to be discussed. I think that absolutely has to be discussed.
I mean, if you're like, if you're the Big 12, your lawyers are going to say, well, there wasn't an NCAA suspension handed down until he was at Texas Tech. So that's when we acted. But
But then you also have to think Cincinnati would have known, right? So why
100%
do they hide it?
we've been saying that this whole time
Yeah.
is Cincinnati
So
is
it's the
getting off
whole
scot-free in this.
yeah.
And
I don't understand the what the paddles have to do with that with anything.
it's there is no comparison,
I don't
genuinely. Like
understand
when they
because
throw the tortillas on the field, play has to stop. Like the
can I
paddles do not affect. They're never going to stop the game because of the paddles.
can I say something about the tortillas? I'm cool with it.
I never had an issue
I
with
didn't.
it. If it
Yeah,
has, I mean, yeah, if it stops play, that's frustrating. But
but if they're only doing it on the opening kickoff, then like,
yeah, I agree. I don't think that all the stuff with the tortillas happened before all the Sorsby stuff. But this is just Texas Tech classic playing victim. Like, oh, look at us. You fine us for our traditions. You uh, sue us because of our quarterback. Like, I mean, we've said it. Texas Tech's probably really mad at the Big 12 right now.
yeah, I think if you got rid of the tortilla and paddle comparison, we'd probably go away with like, you know what? That's a valid point.
And I don't know what your Mark said that he was saying that he was misquoted on, but
Was that like a slogan, the greater than 12? Is that what
I guess.
I
But your
don't
Mark is
understand why that
saying
had to
your
do.
Mark is saying that that's not what he said. But
Yeah.
that guy, even though he's kind of a homer clown, uh, has a point about why does Cincinnati seek no repercussions? Now, again, like if at this point you just have to look at it legally,
Hmm.
and Cincinnati could be like, well, now wait a second.
Yeah. What do you say for me for?
Yeah, he wasn't suspended when we played him, or we wouldn't have.
But then
So,
and again, it goes back to, did they know? And they did nothing.
and
But
they can
also,
always
Texas
nowadays
Tech
they
wasn't
could
going
just
to
be
do
like, we didn't
anything.
know, we didn't know.
Texas Tech wasn't going to do anything until Sorsby said something, right?
Well, there's rumor it was going to leak,
Who was going to leak it? Cincinnati, probably, right?
perhaps, or just there was a scooper out there. Somebody was going to leak it, but yeah, that's a funny interaction. I'll say a lot of high praise for Drew Mestamaker today,
Yeah,
from Eric Morris.
huge.
Uh, so I'm super excited. A lot of high praise for Mike Gundy from Eric Morris. That was nice to hear. Sounds like that relationship is still not great.
It'll be mended,
It can
I
be
think, with
mended.
time. Um, but I think Eric Morris, he said that the program needed a hard reset, and I think that is absolutely correct. It absolutely
He's
did need a hard
100% right.
reset.
He's 100% right.
And
If you did not if there's absolutely no way on earth that we were going to have the team that we are going to field this fall if Mike Gundy is still our coach.
yeah,
There's just no way.
no, you had to make the move, and it happened. And I think Oklahoma State got a great hire.
I
And
do
obviously,
too.
we could talk a lot about that in a Big 12 preview. But Big 12 conference. That's my crew. That's the you put. I'm ready to
Greater
battle
than
with the
12. Greater than
greater
12.
than 12. There's dozens of us, dozens. There's 16 of
So,
us. And I would love to go to Big 12 Media Day. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
yeah, I've had the privilege of going. It is very fun. The year that I went was OU in Texas's last year, and
Mm.
that was kind of awkward because the news had already broke, but it was still a good time.
Yeah, at some point, hopefully next year. Is next year going to be in Vegas?
No idea. What I'll
If
say
it's in
about
Dallas, we should try to get
I
passes.
I saw Josh Pate say that the deal between Monster and the Big 12 was lucrative. I didn't see any numbers. How much money are they getting?
You know what? Let me find it because I know I think they're going to call it like
The
Monster
Big
Energy
12,
Big 12
yeah,
football
yeah, yeah.
and also Big 12 basketball. I think I saw
That's kind of sick. And women's basketball.
in Monster Energy, which that's kind of crazy. I
Depends on how much money they gave us.
Yeah. No, yeah, no, absolutely.
Is it a Billy? Is it a Billy?
I'm still looking. They're going through like all the dadgummit. Where's the Monster Energy? They just repost of like Wheels Up and all that, and Mestamaker got newcomer of the year. Let me find the Big 12 Monster deal. That might be scary to look
No.
up on
20
Twitter
million
search.
annually to make the company the entitlement partner of the Big 12 for for football and men's and women's basketball regular seasons. The agreement centers on two marquee assets, a co-branded Big 12 Monster Energy jersey patch that teams will wear in football and men's and women's basketball, and co-branded field and court logos that will appear on playing surfaces. The Big 12 football, men's and women's basketball regular seasons will also be dubbed Monster Energy Big 12 football and Monster Energy Big 12 basketball.
That's
It
kind of sick.
pays each school 1 million annually.
Oh, that's huge. Like that could literally feel like an Olympic sport.
Hmm.
Like all your
Yeah,
Olympic sports.
I mean, yeah,
That's
that's a
huge.
great deal. Good job, Big 12.
Yeah.
How does BYU feel? They can't have Monster Energy.
Oh my gosh. Are they gonna have to be like, we can't accept this?
I don't know what they're going to do.
What does Joseph Smith have to say about Monster Energy?
I don't know
We
what
got to
Joseph
consult.
Smith or
We,
Brigham Young would
what
say
would
about it,
Brigham Young
but
say?
it's incredibly ironic that like they're gonna have the monster logo on their field and
hmm
they can't have that. It would be like if they had a Bud Light logo on their field.
Well, they might be able to. I don't know. I've seen them have like sodas. But that was also The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. Don't
It
ask me while I was watching that show. Okay, but actually, you know what?
Oh
I
wait,
thought it.
you're right. You're right. Back up, back up, back up, back up. They can have soda and caffeine. They just can't
Yeah,
have tea and coffee.
I I think that sounds right.
Not an expert. Not an LDS
We
expert.
gotta. If we got any LDS viewers, can y'all explain that to
Correct? Yeah,
us?
correct us.
Please correct us
You're
on that,
right. So
because I.
they maybe can have that. They maybe can have energy drinks. I don't know.
But can I tell you why I was watching The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives? Can I
Sure.
explain that? I thought it was a documentary.
Oh.
I didn't. I thought it was like one of those like 2020 deals. And then like I'm watching it and I go, wait,
Wait a
this is a
second.
reality show.
Yeah,
Oh,
it is.
dude.
Yeah,
Like
it is.
then I kept
Uh,
watching. I was like, ah, frick.
yeah.
And then I stopped. Well, I was like,
So
I'm
maybe
good.
they can. Maybe they can.
Mom talk can, or actually, wait,
It's
I don't.
brewed substances they can't have. Don't ask me why.
Is Monster Energy brewed?
Well, so there are Monster Energy coffee variants.
Okay. I don't know. I feel like we should. I kind of like
Well,
it.
the Big 12 used to be sponsored by Dr. Pepper. So,
They
I
probably
mean,
still are to an extent.
yeah. Well, no, that's Phillips 66, the Big 12 tournament.
I think the championship sponsored by Doctor the football championship. Let me hold on. What can Mormon can
Overall, big deal. Big deal for the Big 12. That's awesome that you're Mark. Hey, we're open for business. If hey, call in Kalshi. How much will they give us?
with after all the Sorsby stuff? That's a dangerous game. That make the hey, why'd you keel she starts keel she and tortillas, man.
Tortillas.
Tor tortellini.
That's all I got.
I did you realize the home run derby was next week? Who's in
No,
it?
I don't know. Yankees broke their skid, by the way.
Huge. We talked
Huge,
about it, and then
huge,
then they broke it.
huge. Uh,
Also, home run derby's on Netflix this year, so it may be a painful watch. Just want
could
to
be.
advise.
I will be in Paris, so
Yeah. I don't
I
even
will
know
be
if
giving updates that Ian will then share, perhaps
yes.
if I see anything crazy, because I will be over there while France is playing in the World Cup. So I'm sure there'll be watch parties and stuff.
Yeah. So far, the only two uh people in the home run derby are Ben Rice and Junior. Let me look at his last name. Junior Caminero. Caminero
All
for
right,
the Tampa Bay Rays. That's it right now. Also, Switzerland and Colombia are going into penalty kicks.
pins. All right,
Could
you
could
got
you
anything else?
imagine if
Oh,
if the hockey did like shootouts like this
they used to.
for the playoffs? For the playoffs,
Yeah, they
I
used to.
is that better? Would that be better for hockey? Because I got overtime's awesome because it's the
Yeah,
gold. It's golden goal
I
basically.
like a golden goal, which
Yeah,
soccer used to have. They took that away.
yeah. I
That's
think
how Germany won in 2014, golden goal.
I feel like it makes sense that they don't have a golden goal. Because I don't think we talked about this. You are not necessarily a big fan of PKs. Colombia makes the first one.
Not a huge fan, no.
Let's talk about that just real quick. Talk about that because I'm okay with it. I think you know, it's kind of like the
I get it.
NFL.
I get it if you're not going to have golden goal because the
Yeah.
game would go on forever. But it's just completely different. Like I equate it to like if a basketball game was decided on free throws. Like it's a completely different aspect of the game. Is it a part of the game? Obviously, but basically it just comes down to how good are you at taking penalties. And at this point, you're two overtimes in. A lot of times, it's not your best players because you had to make subs, and so it's your backups. Can they make a pin?
Yeah.
There's just been like Argentina, France went to pins 4 years ago, and it was electric. But it's just like a golden goal to me is way cooler. Now, I would be fine with having a golden goal, but if nobody scores in the two overtimes, then yeah, you go to pins.
I think that works. Switzerland just made uh their first penalty kick too. Um,
It's like yeah, again, it's just kind of like are you good at taking penalties?
yeah.
Or and one thing, proponents of penalties will say, well, it like ratchets up the tension. So it's like,
Yeah,
are you going to
it
fold?
does.
And that happens a lot. Best players in the world miss penalties. So that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, I think it makes it exciting. I like it. I can understand why you don't.
Like England took a huge gamble because if that game goes to extra time and goes to pins, they've got five center backs out there because they were parking the bus. So do you
Hmm.
want your defenders taking these penalty kicks?
Yeah, no, it's definitely it's chess. It's kind of chess-like where you got to strategize. And I think that makes it interesting that adds whoa. Colombia for their second penalty hit like looked like inside the crossbar, bounced out. Are you watching?
No.
Okay. So he hits the crossbar, it like hits the center or it hits that line and then bounces out.
Oh. And the ball does have to go all the way across the line.
Yeah, it didn't go all the way across. So that's brutal. That's brutal for Colombia.
Tough, tough for Shakira.
Oh, baby, when you talk like that, you make me wanna go, man.
Switzerland
Didn't she commit
down
like toss
does
fraud?
doesn't have their best player.
Who?
I don't know. Switzerland doesn't have their best player today.
Oh, that's huge. Let's see if they can escape this one. Oh yeah, I forgot to pull up what the Paraguay lady said. Let's end it with
Overt racism.
yeah,
Going for
maybe
two
that's not the
podcasts
best
does not
idea, but we're
condone
rolling
racism
with
in
it.
any way.
Yeah, racism is bad, but
We do
I'll
not
read what she
condone
said because
this.
this is like crazy. This is what she said. Her name is Celeste Amaria. Quote: "This brute hasn't learned to write. Instead of breast milk, he grew up sucking on coconuts. The most educated creatures he ever had were chimpanzees." End quote.
Oof. Oh my gosh.
It continues.
Oh gosh.
Orlando Gil, the Paraguay goalkeeper, should have given him the middle finger.
Mm. Hmm.
I don't know if this is. Oh well, I guess maybe it's all quotes. And then this was her. This was her like apology. All right. Quote: "I come from a generation where calling somebody a little black expletive was the most usual thing." End quote. Real. This
What?
is. Yeah. I don't. And then Mbappe tweeted this, Madam Celeste Amaria. You're a despicable woman and unworthy of your position. You do not represent Paraguay, that country which has sweated passion and honor throughout the competition. Through your recklessness and your brazen racism, the entire world has already forgotten the journey and the historic effort that your players accomplished during this World Cup, making way for an incompetent woman who gives the worst possible image of her country. I will never allow people like her the freedom to spread their hatred and racism across the world.
Sheesh.
Holy. Oh, and then she also said, this is back to the original thing. Colonized Cameroonian, pretending hard to be French, resentful, newly rich, arrogant, and ugly. He was nervous and scared to death the whole match, like his entire team. They couldn't even score a goal. They won by a fluke. End quote.
Yikes.
Oh, holy. And this is part of an open letter.
And there's a deep drive in the left by
Let's be
Castellanos.
honest, and that'll make it a four. These were all quotes. I do not like approve of
We do
that.
not approve.
That's
We do not approve.
crazy.
We do not approve of Senator Di Maria of Paraguay's racist
Yeah,
comments
that's bad.
towards
Racism
Mbappe.
is bad. But what, like, the only thing I can think of is like Donald Sterling, Big Magic Johnson. What has he ever done?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about what the junior senator from Paraguay, if she's going to face any repercussions in her home country because of this. She will certainly face the ire of the world, but
She's not allowed in France. She's
yeah,
not allowed. She ain't ever, never going to France.
I will not be able to see her on my
Yeah.
on my visits there. But yeah, tough. Shout out to Mbappe. Shout
Holy.
out to Mbappe's PR team for putting that
Yeah.
out there.
No, that was nuts. Switzerland is up 3-2, by the way, after
The
four.
Swiss,
The Swiss need to
without their
get
best player, without their best player.
yeah. So Colombia's up next, so they need to get a stop. If Switzerland gets a stop, it's all over. So let's ride this out. And so you will be gone next week.
Right.
I will do a solo show. You are then back the 22nd.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we will have
We
a
will then take a
podcast
break
the
for
week
the
of the
29th.
the week of the 20th. There will be a pod.
So you'll get your podcast on the 16th
There will be a pod
and the
the week of
23rd.
the so there won't be a pod the week of the 27th.
Yes, there will not be a podcast on July 30th. We're going to
Yep.
announce
So
that now.
we're taking 2 weeks off.
Yes, we'll take off
Uh,
August 6th as well. And we'll be back August 13th.
yeah,
And we're going to
we'll be
go
back.
balls to the wall with college football.
Yeah, I would go as far as to say that episode August 13th when we get back will be college football preview. One of two.
Yeah.
We might go just Big 12 one episode and then we'll go entire country. And we might
Yeah.
have Brady back on. We'll have other people back on.
Well, I think it might be three because I
Because
think week 0 is the 29th.
yeah, yeah. So I was gonna bring that up. Well,
Yeah.
are you sure it's not the week before? Because the 29th is technically Labor Day weekend. Are they
No,
moving
no, because Labor
or
Day
is Labor Day the
weekend,
7th?
Labor Day is the 7th.
Okay, so then yeah, it is the 29th, week 0. What's the game of that this year?
Switzerland just won, by the way. They just got it 4-3.
The Swiss,
So
the
it is
watches.
it's TCU North Carolina. That's the Ireland game.
Oh, Bill
They'll
Belichick.
also have I believe it is Wake Forest in Virginia in Winston-Salem. Or no, in
Okay,
Charlottesville, sorry. They had to move it from Brazil. Then they
it's
also have
pretty.
Memphis UNLV
Oh,
and
Dan Mullen,
San
Dan
Jose
Mullen,
State USC.
Dan Mullen's running Rebels.
Dan Mullins running Rebels. Yeah, no, so it'll be a
Shout
great
out
time.
Switzerland. Shout out the watches. I'll be in Europe, and we will. Ian's going to kill it on a solo ep next week, and I will see you all and talk to you all soon.
Alrighty. See y'all later. Wait, we got one more thing. I forgot.
Wait,
I'm
one more
going to see
thing.
Jelly Roll this Saturday. So if you're from Switzerland and you just ate a fistful of chocolate after winning against Colombia, this is for
Grammy's for
you.
you. This Grammy's for you.
For you.
If
You
you're a
grew
European,
up.
if you're a German guy who made his way across the U.S. eating at various Waffle Houses and getting to meet Ella Langley and getting $1,000 cowboy boots and then getting bounced in the round of 32, this is for you.
If you're a LeBron fan who's got to change his jersey and he still
Oh,
doesn't know where he's going, this is for you.
we didn't talk about that and we're out of time, but LeBron could like just not pick a team until like January. Just see who's doing well.
Yeah. I think it'd be great if he didn't tell anybody and then like opening night, he just comes out Royal Rumble style.
Oh, that would be sick. It needs to be Philly. But anyway,
Philly would be great. Philly would be great. Needs to be an Eastern
Adios.
Conference team.
adios,
All right.
everybody.
Adios, everybody. This is for you.